Hi, this is Desiree, and I'm doing my Blog Talk radio show recap here on YouTube. And one of the reasons that I like to do that is I like to get the listeners that are on Blog Talk Radio that actually are listening to the programs and have been listening there for a while. But also, if you are not a listener and you like to do visual and listening at the same time, then I'm offering this as well on YouTube so that I catch a different prescriber base as well. One of the things that we talked about on the Blog Talk radio show is that my company, the CEO that I am a part of, is called Rich and Rich Home Opportunities. Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is an umbrella company, and that means that I have other companies that are up under there. One of the ones that I'm going to talk about first is Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs. Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs is for anyone that has a business, a startup. You need advertising, you need marketing, or you need to do your direct sales advertising, or you have a direct sales company that you want to place on there. It's also for affiliate marketing and much more. So that's what we are for entrepreneurs. Anything that you can think about that an entrepreneur would probably be doing is something that you're going to see on Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs. Now, Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is exactly what it means. I like to let people know what type of home opportunities are out there, what type of things you can do as a business, what type of things you can start up. I like to do a lot of free ones because a lot of times there's not a lot of money that people have to actually start up a business. So Rich and Rich Home Opportunities kind of sticks with, trying to be economical as far as the type of businesses and things that we will promote. And so Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs falls under there. The other thing about Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs is that one of the things that we're going to be doing, and I did this a little bit before, probably about 5 years ago when I started out with some advertising, but we're going to actually be really focusing on our advertising. And so we have a couple of blogs, and there will be more that come in the future that we're going to be actually advertising advertisement slots on. What does that mean? Okay. If you go to richandrichentrepreneurs.biz, it's just like how you say it, and you actually look at our website, you'll notice that there are 20 advertising slots that are on the front page. Now, those advertising slots are $10 a month, and those advertising slots appear on every page of the blog. So if somebody goes to a post page, or if they just go to a regular page, or any other kind of page that's located on the actual Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs, then you're going to actually go to that particular advertisement if you're one of the ones in those 20 slots. Okay, why are we only offering 20 slots? We're offering 20 slots because you cannot market and advertise effectively for 1,000 or more people. Someone's going to get lost. Someone's not going to get the type of advertising they feel like they need to get, especially when they're paying for it. And so that's why we're only offering 20. But we'll have different blogs. Now, we have the richandrichentrepreneurs.biz website, but I also have richandrichentrepreneurs.biz/fashion traffic. Now, fashion traffic is exactly what it says. It's a fashion traffic blog website. So that means that it's all dealing with fashion. So if you're doing anything with fashion, if you're into makeup, if you're into jewelry or anything like that, then you can advertise on that particular blog. However, if you're not, then you can't. So I said that to be simple. Whatever blog you pick to actually do your advertising on, you need to make sure that your content matches the content of that blog. So for instance, richandrichentrepreneurs.biz, it focuses all on entrepreneurs. So you're not going to go wrong if you're doing something that's entrepreneurial. Website design, blogging design, Facebook design. You've got a startup, you've got a business or whatever. Those things are going to be approved, and I'm going to look at those things to see if there's something that fit within Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs before I actually have it advertised on our website. But that's one of the things that you can actually do on that particular blog. So that's what I mean by making sure that your content matches the content of the blog. The next company that falls up under Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is Co-op Advertising. Co-op advertising I love because it gives you an opportunity. It's another advertising and marketing tool, and it's basically, that's exactly what it is. It's an advertising and marketing tool. And so what it does, in the broad definition, is that you're able to pool, once we really get going with it, you're able to pool your dollars with other dollars to be able to get like big advertising. We're not just talking about advertising on YouTube. We're not just talking about advertising on blogs. We're talking about commercial advertising. We're talking about actual magazine, national magazine advertisements that we're able to get that will actually go to support the members that are in that particular co-op. And so when we develop those will be limited as well, because you cannot effectively market 1,000 people in one particular co-op. So you need to have things that are focused on fewer people, so that everybody gets what they're actually paying for, and you're not paying to just be in a rotator, and your rotator may come around every 1,000 times, and who knows when that's going to be, especially when you're running something like a magazine ad. And if you are using a rotator, because that rotator basically is going to go to whatever website it hits at that time. And if yours is lucky to be in that rotation, fine, and if it's not, it's not. So we don't want to do that. We want to actually have co-op advertising where whoever we're marketing, they're right there. So as soon as you come to the page, if we pooled our dollars together, then you're going to see everyone, and you get a choice on making a decision about those advertisers. So it's going to always be small. It's not going to be huge or anything like that, unless we find a way, later on down the line, that we can do it in an effective way. And that's the only way we're going to do that. So the other thing with co-op advertising is that I do have a co-op advertising ebook, which I think is awesome, not just because I wrote it, but yeah, a little bit, but also because of the fact that it tells you how to start your own co-op. You want to do something like a co-op, you want to start it up, I tell you kind of like what I've done, the websites that I've been on, and kind of where they've been successful, and give you opportunities to look at that, and other things that you can actually help along the way to be able to build up your business, or whatever it is that you're doing. Especially if you're starting out brand new, it's very helpful. I love universities that kind of teach you what you need to do for your blogging, what you need to do for your affiliate marketing, if they're notable, and if they know what they're talking about. And so that's one of the things that you'll be seeing in co-op advertising, because that's one of the things that we hope, because as we network and we get bigger, one of the things that we'll be able to do is we'll be able to actually have people that will be experts, that will tell us about this is what we need to do, this is what we don't need to do, this is what we want to do, this is not what we want to do. And so those are the things that we want to be focusing on always. And those are networkers that will come, and they will help, and they will assist. The last company that comes up under Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is only 3, and so far that's kind of where I'm stopping at, is our Rich and Rich International Institute. The Rich and Rich International Institute, that's going to be an online and offline business, because what we're going to do is we're talking about universities that teach you how to do affiliate marketing. We're talking about being able to do website design. But we're not going to just do that. We want to do it online to offer it to as many people as possible. But just like you have your Mary Kays and you do your home parties, you are different things of that nature, we also want to do business parties where you actually learn how to do a website design. How do I get started with a blog? What does it mean by HTML, and a bunch of different other things. So that's what Rich and Rich International Institute will do. It's a consulting business that we have up under Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, and our plan is to educate, teach some more. So you get to show someone something, they get to do it, and then hopefully they do the same thing, and then so that other people can gain knowledge and have a successful business. I like affiliate marketing if you can be effective with it, and if you can stay consistent with it, because basically you're a sales rep wherever you want to be a sales rep at. Okay, so instead of going to a department store where I'm going to have to stand on my feet and work 9 hours or 8 to whatever the hours are going to be, I can do it online if I want to do that, and I can do it online in an effective way, and in a way that I'm earning money and I'm not leaving my home or anything like that. But there's a certain way you need to do it. There's some professionalism that needs to be there. There's some consistency that needs to be there, and you need to make sure that you're marketing effectively. And so that's what Rich and Rich International Institute, it's consulting, so that's what we're going to be doing. So one of the last things that I will do is, I'm going to go to richandrichentrepreneurs.biz because a lot of the information is going to be there. We're also on Facebook. I use Facebook a lot. So I'm going to talk about the type of ways that we use to market Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs. So let's say that you decide that you want to advertise on richandrichentrepreneurs.biz. You do your, it's 125 by 125 button, and that's kind of standard. You can go a little bit bigger. You can do the 468 by 60, logos or banners, but we're going to go with the 125s because you can see it. It's a nice banner. If you can, if you need some banner design, then that's something we can assist you with too. You just need to let us know through our contact us pages on any website that we, are a part of. So we like to advertise on blogs, obviously, but when you do a blog, it's not about just putting your website link on there and talking all about your website link. You need to look at that blog, you need to be reading on that blog, you need to be an active participant on that blog, and you post your signature and the same respect that someone that you give to someone on their blog to let them know what they're doing good, what kind of questions you have for them. Then that's the same kind of reciprocity that you will get back to your blog, your website. So those are the type of things you want to do. You don't want to spam by just saying, oh, I'm going to go to a website and I'm going to talk about all of the stuff that I have and I'm going to leave it at that. That's kind of not how it goes, unless the group is open and it tells you that you can advertise an ideal or whatever there, and then that's different. And that's kind of how co-op advertising works too, if you get into any of those groups. The other place we're going to do it, I love Squidoo, and it's a website where you can make mini pages, so many little website pages, but they get a lot of page views, and if you write content that's good, then you can earn money there as well as write your content and promote your particular ideals and your interests. Your content needs to be unique, and so you can't go around to other people's web pages and kind of take their content and make it into your page. And so you'll see more about that, because I'm going to do a Rich and Rich Home Opportunities Squidoo lens. And so when I do that, I'll add that to the Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs website so that you can see that and see kind of how that works. Of course, we're doing Facebook. Facebook already, we have over 300 members there already. And if you want to be a part of that, you go to www.facebook.com/entrepreneursnow. Everything that I told you on Blog Talk Radio and everything that I'm telling you in this video, I'm actually going to do a blog post. So that's going to be available on the Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs website. So we'll do recaps. So if you miss information or, oh, I don't remember what she said about that and how do I do that, then I'm going to actually have it where, I'm going to blog afterwards. So the plan is to blog it, then YouTube it, and then post it, so that you always stay up to date on what we're doing and kind of where we're going, and you don't have to be guessing it. We're going to also be marketing and advertising on Facebook, like I said. We're going to do Twitter. We're also going to do classified ads, and those are going to be specified classified ads. We're going to be doing press releases, because press releases are awesome. We're also going to do article marketing, and I'm an expert author on e-zine articles. And if you don't know anything about e-zine articles, you can look that up, because they are a very effective tool for getting your ideals and branding yourself. But once again, it's a way you have to be unique. So you have to write unique content, not content that's all over the web or anything like that. And so, if you're doing things like, Blog Talk Radios, YouTubes, or whatever, you can talk about, the process of marketing and advertising, and you can give people, maybe 3 or 4 steps on what you do. How do you market and advertise? Well, I use YouTube, I use Facebook, I use whatever. And so that could be a unique article for you. And so I'm an expert there, so I'm definitely going to continue to use that. I consider myself an author first, a writer. Okay, and the reason I do that is because you have to blog. Your content needs to be unique. No matter what website that you go to, you're constantly writing, and so that's what I consider myself. And so as you get into marketing, affiliate marketing, and advertising, and you're promoting products, what you want to be doing is you should be writing reviews, and you should be telling about those products. And better than telling people about products is actually buying those products, so that you can actually be a true witness to what it is actually that consumer is going to get. And that's huge, and people kind of respond to that more so than they respond to anything else. just putting up a banner and hoping someone clicks on it is probably not the best thing to do. So even if you, let's say you purchase a banner on one of our sites, well, purchase a banner, that's fine, that's great, but wouldn't it be so much wonderful to come behind that banner and post some good content every so often about your business? And when I say good content, I'm not talking about your latest promotion is going to be there, yes, but what makes that promotion so great? And add something to it that's going to make people want to read that article and read that post, and I'll approve that, and so that you can have a post on an active blog that's going to be marketed and advertised everywhere. I also market and advertise through Ning, and the way that I do that is I do that through my co-op advertising groups. And so I've got several out there, and so I'm going to continue to put more of those type of groups out there for advertising. And they, different people do different things, so it just depends on what works for you. Alright, and the last thing that we're going to do is offline marketing. So I like online marketing, but I like offline marketing as well. Offline means, what are you going to do? You're going to hand out your business cards, and you're going to do brochures. I have a brochure. I've already developed it for richandrichentrepreneurs.biz. That's actually on the website as well, and so you can take a look at that brochure and see how we're going to be marketing it. And so the brochure, that's one way that we're going to be doing the marketing. We also use business cards, so we have business cards that are developed as well, and then we're going to use flyers as well to do that. And so those are the marketing tools, and you have to be consistent with them to be able to market effectively. You can't do it, and expect that if I do it once, then everything is going to be golden. This is a day-to-day thing. I can't say that I'm going to be on Blog Talk Radio or YouTube or anything like that every day, and I don't think any business owner can tell you that. But what they can tell you is that there are going to be consistent things that we're going to be doing every day that builds our business. Alright, and so that's our recap for the Blog Talk Radio show earlier that I did. And this is our YouTube recap, and you'll be able to find this as a blog post also on richandrichentrepreneurs.biz. You guys be successful, have quality of life, and start a business. Do something for yourself so you don't have to depend on someone else to do your livelihood, and you learn a lot along the way. Alright, you guys have a great one. Take care. This is Desiree, CEO of Rich and Rich Home Opportunities.